Welcome everybody to another episode of Night of the Dead. So, we are on wave 87. Fantastic. Wave 87. It's getting closer. And I was thinking, I mean, every episode in the past, I've done a little post-analysis or pre-analysis of, you know, what the zombies have done, what changes I'm going to need to make to outthink them. But they haven't done anything recently that's been an issue. So, yeah, we haven't had that little, you know, analysis of, oh, what happened? How am I going to change things to beat them? And I miss it. It's kind of like, come on, we need to be able to sit there and think, right, what did they do? How do I fix things? I mean, so one of the, you know, the little things now that I'm tweaking and doing is I changed these to the see-through palisades. Mainly because the zombies, when they're running along here and they get hit by the traps, some of them are attacking the walls. I just want the walls to have a bit more oomph to them. So, yeah, but I've upgraded some of the walls to palisades here. Well, no, some of the palisades to see-through palisades is what I meant to say. It's minor, but it's something. My food stocks are good. My resource stocks are good. So, what can we do with the base? Ooh, one of the few things that I would like to do, potentially for the future, is to sort this roof out. But it's not an easy fix. To be honest, the easiest fix right now is to remove all of this new roof and try and lower it down to the other one. The only reason we've got this new roof like it is because I needed somewhere to put stairs. Because putting stairs from anywhere else here to get on top is... I've run out of room. I have run out of room without removing my house. So yeah, space is my issue. If I had an issue right now, it is space. Space to do something more. I know we had a vote for doing a layer cake dungeon, whereby... Dungeon? Base? Whereby the zombies would do the first layer and then go up onto the second layer of the cake. But that really is a daunting task, is to trying to get it so that they can path means I have to make some kind of... Oh, that's really, really difficult. I think the only way I'm going to do it... Oh, there's a wolf. Let's just get rid of it. And this is a big decision I'm going to have to think about next, is getting rid of the base. Scrapping the whole base. And moving it to somewhere that's flat. Which is down there again. It's such a tall ask to scrap the sausage factory and rebuild a whole new base down here where it's flat, or over that other place where I started that little fallback base, to build a whole new second base over there. Not just a little base, but a main base. I mean, it's also quite a nice flat area over there on the right. Let's go over there. It's where bears usually spawn. So I'd have to deal with bears on a regular basis. That is this area here. This area here is pretty flat. I could make quite a large base here. I mean, if we go down to my escape base and have a look, there's a huge flat area here. I mean, this area here is really nice, big and flat. This one here, I mean, yes, it's flat because of the road, but there's not a lot of width to it. That's the reason I picked it, is so that I can funnel them. But I would be restricted to a very thin, narrow base here. Yeah, I mean, I get the instant runaway slope that I have here. But the plan would be to not run away, to make a base that is good enough to last wave 200. So I'm kind of down to building. Wonder if that pig was going to die then. It's made a few grunts. No bolt. Can't even see one rolling down the hill. Okay, so yeah, that's my current decision, I think, is if I'm going to improve my base design, I need a new base. Completely. And that could be a whole level of pain as we try and resolve pathing issues and everything else. But a new massive base here could be the solution. Right, I'm probably going to put down a mass of foundations here just to get my head around what it would look like. I will see you all soon. So here we are, the beginnings of my new base. What do you think? Let me take you for a quick tour. What's going to happen? And we can be building this over the next few episodes. Be building it on the weekend. So there's going to be a double wide area for the initial horde. And there's 3 ways in, basically. And they're all going to come here. And on a double width area. Although, I mean, 90% of them are going to hug the inside because that's what they do. I will put in maybe some railings or something. Or just have it so that when the cutters cut, they're knocking them into the cutters cutting the other way. But there's a double route just to relieve the pressure on the first wave coming in. Obviously, this palisade here will all be see-through. They then come to the end. They then go into single file. They run down here. They'll then go around, up, and then they'll start the second tier. And that's going to like go around a bit, and then it's going to come back across to the front and drop them back in with some drop traps. Myself, I can be here. There would be like a window here. And this will all be see-through, so we can watch the initial zombies arrive. Then I can run along here to replan traps. Along here. Along here. And what I will be doing is making myself some kind of way, because all this in here will be free once I've got, you know, the second tier up. I can make myself somewhere whereby I can store things. I'll need a way to get up as well to do things on the higher level, like replenish the drop traps. We're going to be able to put ballista facing down these passages, so that'd be quite fun. We're going to be able to put trebuchet on top because it'd be nice and flat when I finished it. So yeah, this is my thought of what I'm going to do for a base. At the moment, I mean, it's not big enough, but it will be. I will be adding more to it to make it, say, another layer, and then dropping them back off the front down here, so they have to start all over again. Anyway, I need to head back now to my real base, or my current base, the sausage factory. We have no idea what this new one's going to be called. I'll wait until it's finished before I think about naming it, because it'll probably change, although this is like the first kind of layering design. I have a very strong suspicion that it's not going to end up like this. I'll probably dismantle and rebuild some bits until I get the layout how I want. But to start, it's definitely going to be the base for the future. The base after the sausage factory. Somewhere whereby we're going to be able to handle the later hordes, you know, the post-100 hordes. Because the sausage factory, although it's fine right now, it's got no more room to do anything. They said that I've looked a few times at trying to see how I can add another layer to it, but it's all so many different heights. It's just not going to work. Anyway, let's skip on to the wave. Wave 87. Okay, the wave is about to start any moment. So yeah, I'm actually feeling quite positive and excited about our new base. I think it's what is needed. Not just to survive the future, but also for more content on the episodes. I've wanted to make a new base for a long time. As you know, we've been talking about doing other series where I make different bases. And this could be the start of that. There's a lot of flat ground over there. So potentially I could create like several little bases and we can run from one to the other. Because the terrain is far more suited to that than where we are. Where we are, it's just too difficult. The terrain is really stopping us from experimenting and having fun with bases. Is where that other location, there's a lot of flat ground there. We can have some great fun building bases. Then we get all the analysis of the pathing as some of the zombies are not quite going how we want, and all of the fun of trying to survive such nightmares. So yeah, I'll probably leave this base intact for as long as possible, so that if the new base fails, I can try and flee to the sausage factory and use the sausage factory as a backup base. So I'm not going to steal all the resources from this straight away and just dismantle this. I'm going to leave this intact for as long as I possibly can, until I know that the new base is fully functional. Well, and at that point, this might as well stay, isn't it? So, if the new base is fully functional, why take resources from this base? Because I won't need to. So I think the sausage factory will stay as a backup. It's somewhere we can run if we need to. And I'll build a brand new base from scratch. It's going to take a lot of resources, but I think that could be fun. So, here we go. Wave 87. So yeah, just a recap again, where it says day 87 at the top. That's 87 days survived. It starts on day 0, because obviously day 0... Oh, the first one's a butcher? Interesting. So yeah, you get day 1 at the end. You get wave 1 at the end of day 0. This is wave 87. How interesting, we have a butcher as the very first enemy. That's just strange. I don't quite know what to think about that. And then nothing after it. It's like a butcher. And then nobody. Oh, here they come. I mean, there's still some traps down below that are fully functional. I haven't replenished most of them, so they won't last long. Just so we can get all the zombies up here as quick as possible and have a little bit of zombie carnage in the sausage factory. What's the old counters countdown? So yeah, again, we wonder what kind of wave we're going to have. 87 is... It's getting close to another, you know, big 10. So I'm hoping that it picks up, but we will see. The good thing about a new base as well is we're going to have zombies coming from completely different spawn points. So I'm really not going to know what to expect and from what direction. So that could be very interesting. So we have lots of trash. Trash, trash, trash. Oh. The old boss scattered in. Sprinkled in lightly with bosses. Taking that boss a long time to try and get through. He's still stuck in there. God, he's finally got out of one lot of cutters, but then ended up in another lot of cutters. The wrong side of the railings. He's having a real bad time, this one, boss. A real bad time. But that's the magic of getting cutters to line up alongside each other. They keep things trapped. I can see my new base where I've got a double width. I can see that being like about 6 cutters deep, like just a complete mess. Whenever I had any space, I'd always try and think about putting double or triple shredders in. But the multi-cutter is really good. The trouble is if I have them too wide and I'm trying to reach across them, you can't. They block view of each other. That's where I've got floor spikes in front of them so I can aim across. So you can't have that many cutters because you just won't be able to target them. So we are already on the 1 AM wave. As I said, it's always my favourite, the 1 AM wave. You get usually the most consistent waves of all of them, where we just get a nice steady stream of zombies It's also the wave whereby you've got to stop and think about, you know, replanting deeper traps ready for the... Let me see if I'm getting there. Yeah. Ready for the wave 2 or the 2 a.m. wave. So I do like the 1 a.m. wave. As I said, my favourite for several reasons. It's just nice, consistent carnage at the front. Bosses mixed in with trash. Oh, little green boss going for a run. Yeah, lots of nice carnage going on at the cutters. The cutters doing their job. Get a little lull now. And soon we'll take the 2 a.m. wave. All these floor spikes are just about out, so I will replan those in a moment. Everything else here is okay. Right, let's get these floor spikes reset. Floor spikes are slow, they don't do a lot of damage, but they last a long time with 100 charges. It's not like a cutter that goes through its 100 really fast. The floor spikes are quite long lasting. A butcher. Get this one recharged. Oh, an exploder. I haven't seen many exploders this wave so far. Still on the 1 a.m. wave. Everything is good. Complete carnage. Come on, Mr. Butcher. You can make it. Oh, another butcher. There's like one butcher there, then there's another butcher here. Still on the 1 a.m. wave. Oh, here we go. 2 a.m. So, this is my chance just to have a quick check of things before the bosses arrive. Just make sure everything is as I want it. Get a few of these guillotines. This is where the main damage to bosses happens. It's important that I keep them topped up. Right, let's get back to the front here. Oh, is this... They started to arrive? They have, you know. That's quite early. I'm going to slow things down a little. Let the back or the front area get through. Let me, replenish some of these traps that are going to run down real fast because of the amount of bosses. Yeah, we got quite a few bosses coming on here. A lot of these traps are getting drained, and I need them tip-top. Oh, but yet again, I go back to the front, and there's not a lot of bosses. I usually expect a lot of bosses to be waiting for me if we have a busy wave. But I've come back to the front, and we're quite quiet. Got a butcher, and trash. But that's one of the good things about putting the flamer in to slow things down. You get a chance to just reset some of the base. It's getting busy again now. Some of these traps have taken quite a pounding. Get that one back up again. That one back up again. So yeah, we seem to be fine there. It's all over but the dancing. A couple of little crawlers coming in the back. I don't think we're going to get a second surge. I can't see it. So I think this is it. I'll be quite interested to see the new base that I create and see how it handles. I mean, a lot of what we see here is just because this base is just so efficient at what it's doing now. Yes, we've seen bigger waves, but it does its job so well that we don't really get much of an issue. It just chews up zombies. Let's go have a quick look, see where they got to. I don't think they got very far. On the massive long, yeah, it's only got to here again. Kind of the same as they did last wave. And a few back here. So yet again, quite a tame wave, even for an 87. It's still quite tame. Let's just get that back up. I mean, on the busy ones, I know that we're almost still fighting until, you know, the 4 o'clock wave starts. After I finish the main wave, I come out here quite often to pick up stuff and to show you how far they've got. And then I then get hit by the 4 a.m. sort of like wave. So yeah, quiet. but not that bad. I did have to slow them down. So it was a little bit busy for a moment. So that gives me hope that 88, 80, and 89 are going to continue to scale up again. And then hopefully on the weekend for 90, we will be in a great place to have a serious wave, as well as working on the new base. I am really looking forward to working on the new base. So if you want to make sure you follow the new base and keep on top of things, don't forget to subscribe and click the old bell so that you don't miss the episodes coming up to 90 and the building of the new base. And then on the weekend, we'll also have to try and name the new base. I mean, it's not going to be ready for Wave 90. It might be ready for Wave 100. I don't know. That's a bit of an ask. I mean, this place here is ready for ready for Wave 100. But it's at its limit. There can be nothing really more done to this base. Yeah, I can upgrade some more traps and put more traps in this back end and make it do more damage, but there's no new design, there's no pathing, there's nothing going on with this base. It's quite static now in its layout. I can't do much more with it. It's achieved perfection. But by the fact that it becomes static and it fails to constantly be able to evolve means that it's become outdated. It has become outdated, and a new and improved one is needed. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching Wave 87, and see you all next time for Night of the Dead. Bye now.